So I'm in my apartment right now. It's roughly around 11:40 p.m. and I decided, you know what, I can't sleep. Why not go create a video about how to transition to remote sales smoothly and make six figures with your laptop? I'm not gonna do any fluff, no fancy editing, but let's dive right into it. Oh, let me breathe real quick. So again, a little bit of context. If you're new to this channel, my name is Elijah. Nice to meet you. Here's my results, right? So made 24K in a single month. This is a college checkings. I was a college dropout. Typical online woo-woo stuff, but there you go. I'm not a guru or anything. I'm just an average guy similar to you. I don't have a fancy penthouse or anything, but I was able to get these results and maybe did a little bit crazy spending at January as well. I try not to spend this much anymore, but I trust me, there's a lot of travelings going on, so that's what happened in this month. And also a bit of context of me as well. Currently, what I'm doing is I'm managing a team. They're doing roughly around 540K right now per month. So just a bit of context about me. And again, some results not for me. Some of my few one-on-one clients. Alec made 15K in July, right? And then here you go. Chloe making 4.7K. I think I just pasted the same thing. Again, I'm just creating this, at midnight for you guys because you know what? Why not just go create a $5,000 course completely for free that people would charge for, right? And also, here you go. Ozil made 8K in a single month in September. These two doesn't have any experience. I was gonna put Angel, who made like 20K in a single month, but I think that would be too far off, or maybe it doesn't might not relate too much. But I have a video for her as well, and we're gonna do a podcast soon. But again, agenda for this video: who is this for? What do we actually sell in remote sales? How do you find people to work with? And how long does it take to get results? And how much money do you actually make? And bonus, if you stick around at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you this closing framework that people would probably pay me thousands of dollars for. And it's ready right here in my tab. Give you a sneak peek. This one. Yep, and I have my inbox in Instagram ready as well, because I'm gonna walk you guys through on how to find offers and all that good stuff. So let's break this down, right? So who is this for? Well, it's for people who are hungry, who actually wants to make money equivalent, directly proportional on how much put they work in. Now, this is not a opportunity where you're gonna get rich overnight. There's definitely a lot of work. For me to get to where I'm at now and even get these numbers, right? You're not gonna get this overnight. There's outliers. For example, some of my clients that I work with one-on-one with, they ended up working, got into the space for 6 to 8 months, and then made 12K. Outliers. Again, I don't know if you're an outlier yourself, but that is possible. But majority on average, people make roughly around 3 to 4K, around there, minimum, right? And again, if you have past sales experience, perfect, door to door, car sales, and all that good stuff, this is for you, right? And for me previously, I was in the marketing agency space. I was holding a dream that go launch your own business without any prior experience, no skill set, and it's easy to land clients in the marketing agency space. Turns out, it took me 12 months, or 12 to 13 months to land my very first client. And again, it was like sold the dream that, hey, you only need to get a media buyer and that's all. And they're going to take care of the fulfillment. But next thing you know, marketing agency is more sophisticated than that. So maybe you've tried a business before. I've done drop shipping, I've done trading and all that good stuff, but it requires a lot of upfront capital. What I love about remote sales, it allows you to, number one, build a skill set that will actually be tangible, right? And number two, right, you'll get to meet a lot of people here. And lastly, there's no upfront cost with this, right? Unless you want to work with someone to help you fast track the entire thing, but it's not required. But again, the main idea with this is if you're gonna sell, people and hop on sales calls from someone to actually sell them a program or a digital product or a mastermind, and you haven't invested into yourself, is kind of a bit hypocritical, right? So personally for me, right, I've invested over $50,000 into mentorship at this point. Again, I've been in the game since I was 18, 19 years old, around there, right? So I've had a lot of seed time to invest into myself. And again, what do we sell? Actually, that's kind of like, who is this for? But I didn't type it down. I was going to say I was going to type it down. But yeah, again, someone who has work ethic, right? So that's number one thing. Let's move it here. I'm going to write it down. Work ethic, right? That's number one. Someone who has work ethic. This number one thing that people is this for. And then if you want to have actual direct proportional scalable income, where your income is equals the inputs that you have, right? Meaning you don't remain stagnant, because majority of job opportunities out there, or even let me just make sure I zoom it in. Okay. Job opportunities out there, or just regular 9 to 5 job, or even some, shockingly, some sales position has such a little amount of commissions they give you, right? And I'm going to break down as well on how much you can make down the line in this video. So I'll show you guys. So sit tight. There's going to be a good one. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet and direct to the point. But pretty much, right, what happens if you're in a 9 to 5 job? This is kind of like the trajectory if you're in a 9 to 5 job, right? Like, let's say the time or hours you put in, and then this is your income. The much time you put in does not equate. So for example, maybe you start with, I don't know, 40K a year or whatever. And then you're putting a lot of hours, right? Maybe even more. I should have maybe flipped this, right? Like, let's just say this is time right here, and this is income. Maybe putting time, but it doesn't. A lot of time, but your income doesn't. Okay, that's kind of. I'm confusing you guys. I'm sorry. Again, it's midnight right now. But like, let's say here, time, it doesn't really do anything. There you go. Time does not equal the income that you make. Maybe second year, in the second year, like, let's say maybe your income increases by 10%, right? But sales, or remote sales specifically, right, the time income variable is extremely different. The way it works is, for example, you put time in here, right? Maybe here you make like 1-2K, or maybe even zero, let's say 0, 5, 10, something like that. Here, do that. Maybe first, even like roughly, even like first 3 months, you don't make anything. Maybe you make like 1K or something. Next thing you know, fourth month, and 5K that month, right? And then maybe stable at 5K, maybe dip next month, and you go 10K here. And after that, maybe dip, maybe like 7K, something like that. And you go to 15K. Maybe you go to 8. But now, because the thing here is, the more you do this timeline, right, you have to also take in consideration the skill and experience that you gain here. But here, the more time and income you put in a unleveraged or no percentage job or career opportunities, right, it's just stagnant. You're just a salary man for the rest of your life. And, you put some money in your Roth IRA, that's it. But here in skill set, right, like these, and just think about it. Why do lawyers make a lot of money? Because when they take a case, right, and they help that person actually close a case, how much do they make? $10, $20, $50,000 each cases, right, is how much it is. And how much do they get paid? 30-40% commissions on every case closed or won. Just think about that. Or just think about the lawyers, right? The CEOs. Who else? And the people who's starting startups, or the early pioneers of Nvidia and all of these startup companies. They get equity within the company. It's the same thing with sales, right? That's why sales is either you're extremely broke or you're extremely wealthy. Just simply because someone who's broke hasn't been in the time long enough. But also you have to take in consideration the opportunity vehicle, right? And why I like high ticket sales. I'll get into that later as well. But you get the point. If you have the work ethic and you actually want a scalable income, then remote sales might be for you, right? And again, this is not for everybody. If I'm going to be truthfully honest, I've seen people who's struggle in sales, even though they're outgoing. And there are people who are extremely introverted and they made crap ton of money in sales, right? And the main thing is just being the right vehicle and someone who's willing to have open-mindedness to actually work day in and day out. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here, because this is not for everybody, right? And like I said, some people get really, really solid results if they have open-mindedness to come in here. But that's kind of like how it works. But so what do we actually sell, right? So there's a lot of stuff there. Is the best part here is we're not selling something where we have to go in person. This is why we're able to actually go out, work remotely, travel anywhere. Obviously, there's some caveats. You want to make sure you're in Pacific time zone, or you're in like Eastern time zone, or like at least you're like 6-8 hours in UK time. Perfectly fine. But if your time zone is like 16 hours, that'd be a messed up time schedule, right? So that's the thing. And again, no one is gonna tell you. Majority of people is not gonna tell you these reality checks in remote sales. But I'm telling you guys right now, because I want you guys to have a clear expectation coming into it. So what do we sell? 90% of the time, you're going to be selling digital products. So the e-learning industry is extremely big. I actually want to show you guys this. So we're selling digital products or masterminds, right? Think about Tony Robbins. Think about Robert Kiyosaki. Think about Grant Cardone. All those guys have their own mastermind. And all that good stuff. So that, masterminds, digital products, coaching, consulting, or anything that's service-based businesses, that is extremely high ticket, right? And these are, that can range between 5K all the way to $50,000. It just depends. I've seen people who's made close 50K deals like that. And there's different niches for this too. So it just depends on which one you are, and just kind of figuring out, ask yourself, who do you want to actually sell for, and kind of what type of products do you actually have confidence on? Because for me, I've done the drop shipping, I've done the e-com and all those stuff, and I know it works, but it requires a specific type of individual to work for there. Maybe you're in stage one where you might just need to learn more skill sets and take in skill sets, but someone who's already maybe been building a business for quite some time and he just wants to get an extra cash flow, right, and build a business online, then that guy would probably be more inclined to have a higher success rate to start his own business. Because why is that? Because that individual has more access to funding, it can play the long-term game. He's not just like, hey, I need to make money within a couple months, and that's why they're able to invest so much more money into the business or the e-commerce stores, right? So, for example, make money online, stuff like that, or building a brand. That's a lucrative industry to get into. E-com mentorships, right? So, like that. But another one as well is like health and wellness, right? Fitness and all that stuff, mindset. There's even people who are selling spirituality, whatever your groove is. Those are the niches that you're going to sell. And again, I'm going to walk you guys through. Matter of fact, let's actually go right now on Instagram, and I'm just going to scroll through, and you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about, right? So for example, here's my Instagram, by the way. I'm just plugging it here. If you guys want to give me a follow, if you have any question, just shoot me a message there. And again, I have a link below if you want to hop on a call with me, a quick 15-30 minute call to kind of see if I can help you out. Let me know as well. But pretty much, let's say Airbnb. Airbnb coach, this guy is an Airbnb coach, meaning he probably helps people get their first property and get their first Airbnb to property to make money that way. So that's called, make money opportunities or making money opportunity vehicles. So there you go. One-on-one coaching. There you go. This guy sells something, right? And you can even outreach to this person if they need someone. But again, it's kind of archaic method to get clients now. So I'll show you guys in a couple of seconds on how to actually get good clients and how you can actually get responses. But so this guy, again, Tony Robbins, right? This guy is a bit more bigger, more back end stuff, big following. So it's so much more easier for you to sell for this guy, right? So making sure you're in the right vehicle and all that good stuff. Actually, I might have to give you guys my interview checklist as well on how to kind of gauge if the offer is good. I'll show you guys right now. Where is it? This is my, you guys gonna see my back, my back end stuff here, but show you guys building blocks. Okay. Where's the checklist? So this is what I built out for some of my one-on-one clients, but I have one here with the checklist right here. Oh no, this daily mission checklist. I think it's in sales resources. All right, there you go. Here you go. So here are some questions you guys can ask. You guys probably can't see that. Okay, there you go. These are some questions you guys can ask when you're in an interview with someone to know if you can actually make money with them, right? So there you go. Those are the things that we sell, right? So make sense? Happy? Any questions? Hit me up in Instagram if you guys still not following with that, right? And actually, again, the e-learning market size. I'll show you guys how big this industry is. And the thing is, people think that it's not real, all right? Like, oh, no way does people are making that much money. The thing is, we're not even making that much compared to people. I don't know why it's not letting me e-learning market size. Okay, there you go. It's at $400 billion right now. Year to date, all right? 2023. I don't know why this one says it's 300 billion. This one is projected to become $1 trillion by 2031. That's the industry that not a lot of people are talking about, but it's indirectly right in front of their face, right? So there you go. So now, how do we actually find people to work with? This one, there's some type of art form with this because a lot of people just go out there, go cold DM them. If you want to go that route, go ahead, be my guest. You have to test your messaging line and all that stuff, and just find your winning opening line to get them to respond. But if you want to do that route, I have a video for that. But my favorite way, honestly, with you is networking. Networking plus, again, it's being around the right circle, and just again, you need a skin in the game and getting someone who's working with someone who's already done the path, right? Who's already gone through the path. And again, you don't have to. The thing is, you don't have to do this. You can just go through the trial and error and go through yourself. But if you want to fast track the entire process, then yes, you can go ahead and fast track it, right? So skin in the game and networking is my favorite. So meaning skin in the game is investing into yourself and working with someone who's already done it. But to be honest with you, I was invested into, at this point when I transitioned into remote sales, I was already 10K deep into mentorships. And pretty much that's how I've gained confidence. Like, hey, like those things, I actually found some value on some of them. The first one, not really, but the second one, really found my network there. And that's how I got the skin in the game, because I was trying to start my own business, and I realized, you know, I still need to gain some experience, learn high income skills, and actually use this eventually if I want to start my own thing. That's kind of like how it works. That's why I'm also managing teams now, is I want to grow constantly, right? And again, I'm doing helping people get into this game as well. That's kind of been what I've been doing for quite some time. And now, again, leveling up, I just want to do some management. So networking and skin in the game is just being surrounded with people that actually has done it. That's it, right? It's very simple, because I don't know, people overcomplicate this part of how do I find people to work with. The main thing is, Alex Hormozi says this a lot, right? Here, I'm gonna write it down. Volume negates luck, right? And this is true in any aspect of life if you want to get better at it. Fitness, in anything in life. Extremely important. And the thing is, people complain and they don't even deserve it yet, right? You need to earn to complain. And number one for me is just doing it systematically, right? Systematically meaning, like, are you tracking it? All that good stuff. Are you actually a personable person to work with? People work with people they like and they trust. And the way you do that is by working in yourself internally. Funnily enough, I was in a Bible study earlier, and we're talking about, making sure you have the right mindset, and, how God gave you, the image of God and all of these things, right? Hold up. Someone's calling me. All right, so where were we? Someone was calling. Apologies for that. So number one, make sure, you approach this systematically. Create a system, right? So I'm meaning, like, bro, there's ChatGPT, my guy. So make sure you use these offers and all of the available tools for you. So what I would do if I were to start all over again, this entire thing, is honestly, again, I'm like 50-50 with Facebook, but if I were to go and look for people right now, I would just like find pockets of industries. For example, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT matter of fact right now as well, just because I want to really show you guys how simple this is, in terms of doing this, right? So, like, let's say, what just ask yourself, okay, what are some market segments in high ticket sales slash remote sales that I can focus on to do my outreach to land my very first high ticket sales role, right? As a beginner, or if you're already in sales. Actually, matter of fact, let's say if you're in car sales, or insurance sales or whatever, with my background being in door-to-door sales, there you go. And you can even go deeper on, I don't have much know-how on the entire industry, but I've been studying drop shipping, let's just say, and I know that business model. For example, is there any other business industries I can close and sell for? Okay, so we'll plug this in. There you go. Boom, e-commerce, why it works, roles. There you go. Coaching and online courses, right? Service, B2B, real estate investment. This one is really good. One of my clients ended up doing 120K cash collected as a SDR here, made 6K, high-end consulting, luxury goods and experiences, so traveling and all this stuff. So, like, let's say which Which one is the most lucrative and with the best prospect to work with that already has a ready to buy intent mindset. And then at the same time as well, you can insert here on like a specific characteristics. Yeah, maybe if you're in your 30s right now, then real estate might be good for you because you're kind of like first impression matters in this game, right? So again, look at your life and kind of figure out, okay, what are some of the things that I've done? So if you're more younger, like myself, early 20s, right? Then you probably want to go into more of like the people who is B2C, business to consumer. You can't honestly, you can if you want to try, but real estate investments, right? You have to be more matured, right? You can't be using any slangs when you're on a call, right? So just be cognizant when you're on that type of field. So it's kind of like that sales code or switch code, what they call it in sales, kind of like that. So like let's just enter this. Okay, there you go, 525k more, easy people. Okay, and then I think what we can even ask this is which one is the most easiest to work with and how can I find people to work with. Cold DMs doesn't work. Again, I'm just using Chat GPT right now to actually go find my own offer, right? So there you go. LinkedIn and Upwork. LinkedIn is actually good. One of my clients keeps getting people there. There you go. Twitter. Yeah, paid communities for mastermind. This is honestly the easiest way, but if you want to go volume, Twitter, LinkedIn, use specific keywords, right? Because that's it, bro. There's nothing, there's no secret. You're not gonna get into a program and and like, hey, what's the secret? The secret is you being surrounded with people. That's why you want to make sure you're in a high level, community. So those guys probably have connections. Some of my guys has been in the space for quite some time, which now, right, let me go to my Slack real quick. Opportunities, for example, right? And I only have a small community. If you guys were to look at this, we would post here, hey, I'll connect you to people, all that stuff. We need a setting role, right? We just post stuff here, like that, right? So that's kind of like how it works. So if you want to fast track the entire thing, then you can do it, or you can join a community of guys who's been in the game, right? That's how you can get it. There's really no secret on how to find the people to work with. People overcomplicate it. Or here's a way as well you can do it. Like let's say you go to Reels, if you're doom scrolling, program your algorithm this way. Just like, so for example, let's go here. There you go. I'm gonna like this because it's probably this guy is probably great content. And then let me see this. Okay, it doesn't actually sell anything, but I can kind of look, right? So doesn't sell anything. Okay, I'm gonna go move forward. Let's see this. Probably doesn't sell anything. Doesn't sell anything. Doesn't sell anything. I'm just gonna scroll. Okay, this person I think might sell something. Okay, there you go. This person sells something. Probably have an offer, right? But not the most ideal. So I'm just gonna keep scrolling. Scroll. This is not something. Okay. Let's check this guy. Does he sell something? Okay, no course, doesn't sell anything. I thought this is another option that you can have, right? Is you okay? Roblox money is insane. Let's see here. We can funnel hack and see if you can get here. So this guy probably sells something on his community. So very simple. You just gotta find the pockets and industries like this, right? And again, I'm just gonna scroll. Okay, let's see. Boom, there you go. And again, it's gonna be her is cold DMs is going to be volume and just being the right time, right place, and having your page optimized. If you guys were to look at my stuff, how optimized this is, look at my profile. You know, imagine someone like, let's say, if someone follows me. Okay, let's say if this is your profile, just timely. This guy said lock in, but his name is user 15677. Do you really think he's going to, you know, get a higher response rate compared to my profile? Right? So there you go. It's just these minor things that people don't think or consider, right? Clear profile, all that stuff. My story is here, and how I got started and all that stuff, if it's gonna load and everything. So it's very simple on how to make sure that your first impression matters, right? And again, you don't have to go crazy like me. It's just simply maybe you document your journey, just simple stuff like this. You can use your phone. You have a phone, you're watching this video. I'm assuming you have a laptop as well. It's very simple. Document your journey of like, hey, this, and that. I want to get into remote sales. And you start attracting people within that industry. And guess what happens? People engages, and the people you engage, you go here, you go to your likes, and you scroll through them and just say hi. Say hi to everyone. You played a long game. Be patient with it. These are raw advices that I'm giving you guys right now, and someone that's watching this video could take this away and say, you know what? I'm gonna play the patient game, right? And then eventually I'll go ahead and get that offer that's actually going to make me this amount of money, right? 15K, 8K, 750 in a day, all this stuff, 3 hours of work. So that's how you find people to work with, right? But it all starts with yourself. This I don't know why it's not letting me draw. Let me just delete this blob. Okay. And it all starts with yourself, bro. I don't know why this guy looks extremely devious right now. Okay, maybe this guy is not you, bro. Let's just change this. This is not you. There you go. That's you. Maybe with a chiseled jawline. This is you right now. Like, let's say this is you right now, and then he needs to be someone that looks like this, bro. Look at those eyebrows, bro. Then this just needs to be you, bro. Who do you think will get more attractions when they see this handsome young man right here? Nice cut. Boom. 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 Nice smile. You know what I mean? There you go. This needs to be you. Nice jawline, clean face, collared shirt, Bro, I'm showing you guys my skill set right now. Holy smokes. I can do it all. Just kidding. Okay, so there you go. That's how you find people to work with. You need to go from someone that is someone that no one likes and be personable. Go to the gym. Work on yourself. Basic stuff. Go read books. Have some substance. Pick up some hobbies, right? Because these things will indirectly help you land offers. I'm telling you, you can go speak with random people and you'll be like, oh, this guy, I was in the Bible study again earlier, and this lady was in the real estate investing niche. And guess what? I found a network that way, right? You just put yourself in situation and pockets of in places with people that you want to work with. That's kind of how it works, right? And again, one of my clients, Peter, did that too. So how long does it take to get results? Completely dependent on how long it takes you, right? There's people who comes in here, has no job, and goes ham, no expenses. They save money, and they have a lot more timeline on horizon to go here consistently, right? So they play the long game that way. or someone, again, it's just sometimes if you're back against the wall as well, it works, right, for the better. So I would say if I would give it a timeline realistically, it could go from 3 to 6 3 months is if you're in a program. If you're gonna do it by yourself, I'll give it like 12 months, bro. Honestly, I'll give it 12 months. If you're by yourself, 12 months. If you do this with someone who's done it before, I would say 3 to 8 months. It's like a realistic timeline to do with this, right? That's kind of like how I would think it. So how much can you make? So let's break down the maths here, right? So like let's say, because there's different roles, right? So there's the SDR role or the DM setting role. The DM setting, some people has a base pay, some people don't. Performance base, right? So majority of the time, I would expect you usually just get the base once you're really talented, and then the big bucks is made by closers. That's how I would say it. But the thing though here is you need to be setting yourself up to become a closer, and having, again, just like extreme confidence and conviction by being this guy right here. But next thing you know is here, as you're at DM settings, right? Like let's talk about closers first. And just for the sake of the video, we'll say the service is 5,000. So the calculation is easier. On a good offer, right? Ideally, on a good offer, what you want to have is you have at least 3 to 5 calls a day you're taking a day, right? That's 3 to 5 opportunities for you to actually make commission, right? And again, you gotta count, what's the show up rate on this offer and all that stuff, right? So that's another thing that you gotta consider when you're in an offer. And like, let's say, how good are you? What's your close rate? What's your close rate? So these are the things that impacts on how much you can actually make. And again, these are all skill sets, right? And making sure that you're in a good vehicle. But let's say for the sake of it, $5,000 close rate is 30%, right? Let's pull out the calculator here because I'm not good at math. Let's say you take 5 calls. Let's say you have 5 calls. You actually spoke with 4 people and your close rate is 30%. Say one close for that day. Cool. One close for that day for 5K on a 10% commission. How much do you make? Let's do the math. It's 500, but like, let's just say 100. 5,000 minus 10%. There you go. Right. $500 for the day. And usually this calls last anywhere between 30 to 60 minutes, just depending as well on how warm the lead is and all that stuff. And SDR, same thing. This is not really based on that, like same thing, 5K, right? And here it's much more simpler. This is like you either DM, message people. You're more dependent on like the inbounds that you're messaging. The KPI I would do is 100 DMs or 100 dials, and usually that will get you, even, I don't know, 2 to 4 calls a day, just depending on how well the offer is, right? And here, like, let's say out of the 4, again, if the closer is closing this much, then you just cut that, right? And then this stacks up, right? So like, let's say for that day, you have four, because the thing is you could book a lot of calls and maybe the offer has like, I don't know, like 3 different closers, right? And then so you're gonna do 500, but for you usually it's 5% of 5K. So like, let's say you do 5,000, it's 5%. So you make 250 every sale. So 5%, right? Make 250 every sale. And what happens now here is what? You have to reverse engineer your goals now. So what is your goal and how much you want to make? Let's say you want to make 5K. Okay, cool. Well, let's break it down on how many sales that takes if it's 250. So if you want to make 5K for a month and then 250 You make 250 every sale. You need to do 20 sales. So 20 sales per month, or 20 units. You need to do that. And every week, what you need to do is 5 units, or five sales. You need to do 5 sales, right? So there's 5 sales every week. So 1 close at least out of the 7 days, right? 1 close a day out of 5 closes in a single week, right? And then so now, like, let's say you get a close every 4 book calls. That means for you to get 5 close every single day, you need to book roughly around 4. How many times? 20 calls every single week. So roughly around 20 to 25 calls every single week. Same thing with closers, right? 20 to 25 calls a week. I mean, yeah, that's 20 a week. That's how many you need to book every month. And then let's see, how many in a month? 2, 4, 6, 8. So 80 calls a month, right? And then, okay, how many you need to find out how many outreach you do on the inbounds to get calls. So like, let's say 100 gets you 4. Okay, cool. You need to do for the month how many messages you need to do. And again, this is just a simple number, right? We're just gonna use math to actually make money. Crazy how you're gonna use math to make money. These are simple maths too. Times, so actually, it's 80 calls times 100 DMs per 100 DMs. You need to send 8,000 in a month, and then times that by 4. You need 2,000 every week. A week, let's say 5 days a week, 400, and then so it's actually not that much. 100, because that's practically like what? How long does it take to send 100 DMs a day? It's just copy paste majority of the time, right? And again, I'm just giving 100 as a baseline, right? And usually that would take you 100 DMs would take you roughly around 2 to 4 hours. You're sending DMs anywhere you're at, right? So same thing with closers. You just break it down like that, right? So again, I'm not gonna bore you guys with numbers, but that's how I think. I'm show you guys how I do it. It's already like 12:30 here, so we're gonna wrap it up. So I'm gonna show you guys as you guys stick to this video. Here you go. Here's my framework. I'm gonna link it down below. Actually, you know what? Go hit me up on my Instagram. I'm not gonna give you guys this copy paste. So here you go. Here's the thing. If you want a copy of it, hit me up on Instagram. Tell me you came from this video. Send me the link of this video and I'll send it over to you. That's pretty much it. It's very simple. I would love to go through this. Maybe I'll create another video, but I don't want to bore you guys because this is gonna be another an hour video if I break this entire thing down. There you go. Here's the framework that I have, and then here's the inbound setting framework that you guys can use as well. Very simple stuff. And again, if you want this, let me know in my DMs, and I'll send it to you, or one of my Instagram manager will send it to you. Let me go here. Boom. But again, hope you guys found something valuable in this video. I thought, you know what? I'm feeling generous today. Might as well give everything that I know, especially, a lot of people are like, okay, how do you actually get started with this? Is this even real? But there you go, ladies and gents. Hope you guys found something valuable in today's video. And, if you think it's going to help someone out, don't be stingy. Go share it to someone else. But again, if you need extra help, you want my personal help one-on-one, work with me one-on-one, shameless plug, check out the link below, hop on a call with me. Let's see if we're a right fit to work together, see if I can help out. But as always, be a creator, not a consumer. Create something today that will inspire you and others. Talk soon.